Welcome back. Linda Barcz from the Barcz Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. 270-9933, the number to call. Hi, Linda. How are you?
Hi, Mark. I'm good.
Liking the cooler weather.
Liking the cooler weather, yes.
All right, let's go to the phones. We'll start with Karen. Hi, Karen. What's your question?
Thank you for taking my call. My question is, I have a black swan elephant ear plant, and I'm wondering what would be the best way to winter it.
I bring my elephant ears in, and I take all the soil off from them. Some people actually, if they have a real sunny room, you can grow that as a houseplant inside. But you're going to find that it's not going to thrive. So you can just actually cut it back and store it someplace where it's cool and dry. You don't have to use any sphagnum moss or anything. You just make sure it doesn't rot.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
Thanks for calling. Let's go to Pat in Stoughton. Hi, Pat. What's your question?
Yes, thank you for taking the call. I have had two different opinions on what was damaging my lilac, severely. And some say that it is spider mite, and I had another opinion that it could be mealybug. Is there any treatment? It was really bad on this one whole section, and it's been cut down. But it is spreading to other shrubbery. And I can see the webs that they were talking about. Is there anything to be done, or will it die over the winter?
No, I don't. I have not seen much of a problem with spider mites on lilac, but if the webbing caused by spider mites is very, very tiny, one way to check for it is to take a sheet of white paper and hold it underneath the leaves and then slap the leaves, and if tiny little specks about the size of pepper start to move around on the sheet of paper, then there might be some spider mites, and that can be sprayed. It's not an insect; it's a spider mite. So you have to use material specifically for spider mites.
I see. But now the lilacs are very old and very tall, up above the the roof of the house here, and so but it can spread. Is that true?
Well, I'm not convinced that that's necessarily what you have going on.
Okay.
Spider mites are sort of specific. They don't move to all different plants, and with big old lilacs, there could be other problems that may be impacting it.
Okay.
There's something called mycoplasma that is in the plant, and for that, there isn't a treatment. But as long as there's enough sun, a lot of times lilacs are planted where they used to have full sun, and now that has decreased, and so they have problems with that also. So it's a little bit more complex. If they're too large for you to treat, you may have to bring in an arborist.
That's what, and I thought maybe, Linda, I'm taking up too much time. Somebody else wants to come on. Could I bring samples in a plastic Ziploc bag, and can I bring it into the store for you to see?
We could try that. There is a plant diagnostic clinic at the UW that is available to check for other things, as well as an entomologist. But if you want to bring it into the Barcz Company, yes, bring it in a sealed bag, please.
All right, let's go to Lorraine in WAUNAKEE. Hi, Lorraine. What's your question?
Hi there. For my new raised perennial beds, I purchased some new bulbs. And in the bulbs, some of them won't be arriving until, they say, November shipment. But some of these bulbs, on the description it says, and it's in for Zone 5, it says that it does not tolerate the planting in cold ground or cold, if it's too cold outside, basically. So how do I get around that?
In Wisconsin, in November, the soil is going to be cold. Did you check that these bulbs will survive in our planting zone, in Zone 5?
Okay. All right, let's go to Bernice in Portage. Hi, Bernice. What's your question?
Yes, we're curious as to why the bridal wreath and the lilac bushes that have been in the ground for 50 years are blooming again.
Oh, I am seeing quite a few lilacs blooming. I don't have a good explanation for that. Their blooming cycle has been confused. I don't know if it's the drought conditions that we have. That's something that I'm going to have to talk to a number of my friends. But I have not seen bridal wreath blooming. That's unfortunate, because those flowers should have been flowering next season, so you're not going to have as many flowers next year.
Okay. We're out of time. Thank you all for calling. Linda, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mark.
Have a great day.